Okay. Excellent connection. Knock on wood. Okay, that went well. Ah, God, it's amazing any of this shit works. All right. I'm just going to go ahead and dive right into it. Because I'm planning to leave this up. So, A being Arturia tape J-37. Josh, if you happen to watch this, I saw that you're using a J-37 plugin. What was it? Abbey Road Studios? I'm going to have to look into that one as well. DJ, have you checked out Abbey Road Studios J-37 plugin? An interesting rabbit hole to be going down. So here's my usual 1-2 punch combo for tape saturation / warmth. I don't ordinarily associate it with compression. I associate, when I use ReelBus and 2-tape, I'm thinking more in terms of saturation and warmth. I guess saturation is technically a kind of compression, isn't it? So I guess my thinking is faulty, isn't it? But when I think of compression, I guess I think of something a bit less subtle, more pronounced. As in, I was using a bus compressor until fairly recently because I didn't like a more pronounced compression. Now, I saw your comments, DJ, last night, and hey, Phil. Yeah, compression and saturation. So, but isn't saturation technically kind of a mild form of compression? Simulating the give of the magnetic medium. Like, saturation is technically like, it's like you're quote unquote clipping the tape, but it's kind of like, doing it in a pleasing way with harmonic distortion. Isn't that right? Isn't that technically a form of compression? Mild distortion for saturation, add harmonics. But that's also a kind of compression, isn't it? Because that distortion is, in digital world, that would be clipping. And so it's taking those over loud peaks and squashing them down a little bit, but in a pleasing molecular. Don't listen to me. Anyway, I thought I'd try to be. So here's the deal. I made 2 mixes yesterday. I had a road trip to my Wing Chun lesson, and it was raining rather heavily, and it's a highway trip. So I made one. Phil, I know you're getting close to dinner time over there. You're probably going to have to run, so let me get this in. So I made one mix with my usual ReelBus and Airwindows 2-tape 8. And then another mix, I added tape J-37. And DJ's like, you're probably not going to need tape J37. You've already got those other two tape plugins in there. And I will say this, man, it's like going down the highway at 65 miles an hour in heavy rain. I'll take the added J37. Now, it just beat the other mix in the rain on the highway. Both were very good. Just the J37 made a good difference. However, some of the dynamics that I lost, some of the dynamics that I gained by taking out the bus compressor, it's like some of that was a sacrifice. So particularly in, again, going down the highway in the rain, the bass line, which is extremely important in this mix, and the tremolo effect. It's just the tremolo was flatter, if that makes any sense. Okay. But the with the J37 on the highway in the rain, with all that noise, the bass line came through better, and the drums hit better. All right. But I was kind of like, man, I like the tremolo. I like that tremolo better. It's like more, that tremolo has more push and pull, more dimension without it, right? But there's always like trade-offs to be made. But I thought it would be interesting to just to A-B the two. So that's what I'm going to do here. And I thought about like doing pre-mix downs, but I don't know why. Instead, I got all the tracks frozen, and I know what I'm listening for. So, and I'd like to be able to make. That's why I didn't do pre-mix downs, because I'd like to have some flexibility to make adjustments, particularly in terms of purist gain, because the J37 does add volume. So we've heard what ReelBus and 2Tape8 sound like. I'm just going to play through the... Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I've got to... Well, I can always restart the project if I run out of 20 minutes, but I don't want to be that long about this. So I'm going to, without further ado, I'm going to... Where is it? I just woke up. Arturia. Okay, there's tape J37. I'm going to put it in the same place as the other two. All right, demo. We're just going with mix enhancer, just for the time being. I'm putting it in the same place in the chain. There's ReelBus, there's 2Tape8. So I'm going to A-B. I'm not going to be too precious about this. I'm just going to, just that, and then that. And I'm going to keep an eyeball on the loudness meter down here, just to see if I need to make any adjustments to my gain. And I'm already seeing some signs of CPU stress, but hopefully it's going to work anyway. All right. It's not turning. What's up with that? Does that only start turning when I hit play? Yeah, isn't that smart? Okay. All right. No, 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 no. I want that here. See, that's the. I've got latency on my window drags. That's not promising. So maybe I'm not going to have this open while I play back. All right. That's bypassed. Now I need. I've got that open. Now I need my U-lean, but I'm going to take that off the screen. I got a good night's sleep. I was a responsible young old man, and I got a responsible bedtime. I got 8 hours of sleep. Okay. All right. So here's the original. Again, just going to listen to first the intro through into the first verse. Going to A-B that section, and then going to A-B the second solo. The second solo. And that should be enough for one session. All right, so here we go. That tremolo, I love that tremolo so good. I love it so good right now. It's not as live as being in the same room with a tube amp doing it, but
I got surrounded by such precious things.
shit.
I'm going to transplant quickly.
Go ahead. Uh-oh. Damn it. What's going on? Me. I got some buzzing. It's in my system. What's going on here? What's going on? Do you not hear that? Ah. That's so weird. It's only in these wireless headphones. And the wireless headphones are not even plugged in. I had them plugged in. These are noise canceling, and the noise canceling circuit is off, and they're buzzing. That's so bizarre. Okay, let me restart Cakewalk. Oh. Man, that is so weird. Okay, these Bluetooth headphones, which I just got the other day, are not paired with this PC, not paired with this laptop, not paired, not connected, only connected with a headphone cable. And there was this crackle and hum and shit going on in them. Disconnected from the computer. Crackle and hum. Haywire going on in here. No connection to the computer. And as soon as I restart Cakewalk, the crackle and hum, it all vanishes from the headphones. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, I've got a weird relationship with this more high strangeness. See, now it's working perfectly again. All right. Anyway, so I did my playback with ReelBus and 2Tape 8. If you want to refresh your ears on that, you have to rewind and listen again. I've listened enough times, I don't have to listen again. So let me reinsert. There it goes again. The fuck? All right, I'll go back to my old headphones. No problem. Hey, what the hell? I should probably be wearing these anyway. I'm more familiar with these. All right. So here's our J-37. Where I want it to be. Demo. Mix enhancer. Bypass these two. And I need to keep an eyeball on my loudness meter. And my gain plug-in. Because I want this to be a fair comparison. Dude, it's beyond fucking weird. There's no Bluetooth pairing with that headset. And even when I physically unplug the cord, it's probably still crackling and buzzing over there on my bed. There's no rational explanation for that. I have, and I've learned these, and I'm trying to learn those. I'm trying to, and I think I already have. They're very similar in a way. But anyway, whatever. Okay, so here we go. Just stop there. Okay. Up to that point comes in at minus 14.1 loft centigrated. I'm just going to do a straight AB with ReelBus with no tape 2Tape 8. And I'm also listening to the arpeggiation in that fussed out guitar part. I'm listening to that as well. I need to reset the LUFS meter. Okay. That guitar arpeggiation, can you hear it? Dun, 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 dun. So far, tape J-37 wins, hands down. Just listening for that alone wins hands down. So for like detail in the high mids and trebles, J-37. And I think it also wins for the bass line and for the drum hits and for the organ. J-37 again. Yeah, fuck. Okay, in all fairness to ToneBoosters ReelBus, just a disclaimer. This is one preset, subtle saturation of half a dozen that I routinely use, depending on the project, depending on the mix. I'm not saying I'm done with ReelBus. I'm saying more A-Being is required. I doubt that I'm done with ReelBus. This is still a great tool. And in terms of versatility, it's endless. But on this setting, subtle saturation, which I did tweak here in this area, okay? Tape J-37 wins. And I just have a feeling that as an all-around, now this has fewer, probably, well, okay, in terms of bus presets, like these seem to be more, like these are more bass emphasis guitar. These are more track-oriented. This is more mix bus oriented, right? Subtle tape warmth. Might as well listen to another subtle tape warmth. Let's listen to this one. that part wasn't as explosive on subtle tapeworm. This is closer to the ReelBus setting. Although the arpeggiations are poking out a little better on this setting too. Okay, so far over 2 settings, still on this setting, J-37 edges out ReelBus on that setting. I tried what was it, bass warmer before? That was like way too much bass. Mid focus, that's not something I normally go for. Driven kick. See, these are like, how many of these are really mix bus? Mix enhancer, subtle tape warmth, tape rain mix. Why not? Nah, it's too dark. And you can hear it. Listen to that. Oh, rain. Yeah, that's not my jam. It could be. But so far, I just like mix enhancer. And what do we have here? We've got a choice between 7.5 and 15 IPS. We've got color. We've got modern. Okay, so I got to give this thing a fair shake within a 20-minute window. Color. It looks like that's on like the most extreme color setting. Let's turn on modern and click that and see how it sounds. Okay, I don't like modern. More treble emphasis. Or is it? Oh, okay, it gets darker. Suddenly kind of brighter again. A little darker. Brighter, of course. I'm not going to touch the drive knob. I know what that's going to do. Ooh. I want to listen to that moment. .5, that that fuzzed out guitar just has more grind and grit to it. I'm going with 7.5. Okay, so ReelBus, very versatile. This one may be slightly less versatile, but overall, I would say I'm glad to have both of these. And if I had a credit card, I'd probably buy this. Good thing I don't have a credit card. Now, so I'm putting these in the same category, and I think that Airwindows 2 Tape 8 is in kind of another thing. So I'm going to try this in conjunction with Airwindows. And let's just hear. And then I'm going to, I want to see what it does with the second guitar solo, and then I'll need to conclude this. Okay, here we go. Reset the LUFS meter. Okay. No 2 Tape 8. 2 Tape 8. 2 Tape 8 is badass. Yeah. Okay, ReelBus is darker, but I did. Okay, I'm back on 15 IPS.
I died surrounded by such precious things.
Holy shit.
There's only certain haunted bloodlines bring. You say your grace and I would drink it up.
Okay, but to be fair, J-37 is bringing the volume up quite a bit. So I'm going to dial down purest gain. Okay, that now it compensated for the gain increase of J-37. I'm not going to be directly A-B'ing the two anymore. Although I guess I could.
Like a shadow that never leaves.
Just imagine this a little bit louder. J-37 wins. For sure. For sure, no doubt about it. Wow. Okay, might as well just play it through. Although I'm worried about running out of time. I'm gonna fast forward.
Knowing moderation and food, full of conviction and energy, Mara does not overcome him.
is the clincher right here. Okay, I'm going with J-37. It beats ReelBus, at least that preset on ReelBus. ReelBus is not out of contention by any means. This is going to take some time. I want to A/B it with ReelBus. Let me see. Couple other settings I want to A/B it with, but see, this is all so relative, man. But I want to A/B it with consumer deck and with compact cassette, because these are both more kind of like articulate in the high mids and trebles with actual tape hiss. I mean, they're really, really good. But subtle saturation is kind of like a good middle of the road. It's a good representative preset for ReelBus. It's kind of the go-to preset for ReelBus. And I'm taking J-37 on this one. So J-37 wins this round. And yeah. So I'm going to do a mix down of this, and then got to take the missus shopping. Or maybe we'll go look at flowers. Last night when I went to bed, it was snowing heavily. Very wet snow. And now it's just like a gorgeous, beautiful spring day with big fluffy clouds in the sky. That's April here. Phil, I don't know if you're still here, but this seems like a good time to conclude. And I'm probably, am I running out of time yet? There I went. See, I just nicked it. Very cool. All right, DJ. Arturia wins this round. And Phil, have a good evening over there. Thanks for stopping by. And I'll see you guys on the flip side. From lovely scenic Paju City, South Korea, a mere 6 kilometers from the North Korean border, where all hell could break loose at any given moment. Not. But you never know. May God bless you and keep you wherever you are and whatever you're doing. Within reason, of course. Over and out.